What if you discovered that everything you've been taught about success is backwards? That the endless hustle, the frantic goal setting, the desperate search for a secret trick, it's all been missing the point entirely? What if the difference between a life of quiet frustration and a life of genuine fulfillment isn't about working harder, but about understanding a simple, unwritten code, a set of principles that, once learned, change everything? Look at your life right now. Look at the goals that feel just out of reach, the dreams that seem to belong to someone else. You're trying, you're putting in the effort, but it feels like you're running on a treadmill, putting in all the energy but going absolutely nowhere. You end your days tired but not fulfilled, busy but not accomplished. This gap between where you are and where you know you could be isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're operating with the wrong instructions. You're trying to build a magnificent structure with a broken toolkit and no blueprint. The world is loud with advice. Everyone has a 10-step plan, a quick fix, a promise of overnight transformation. It's overwhelming, and deep down you know it's empty. It doesn't resonate because it doesn't address the core truth. Lasting success isn't an accident. It isn't a lottery won by a lucky few. It is the direct and inevitable result of living by a specific set of foundational principles. These are the non-negotiable rules that govern outcomes. They are the silent operating system running behind the lives of those who seem to navigate life with purpose, clarity, and undeniable results. They don't have more hours in the day than you do. They don't possess some magical gene for productivity. They have simply learned to align their actions with these timeless principles. This is the great secret. Not a hidden trick, but a different way of seeing the world and your place in it. This code is the missing link between intention and achievement. It's the bridge over the gap that separates your current reality from your potential. Understanding this code is like being given the master key to a building you've been trying to break into your whole life. Suddenly, doors swing open, pathways become clear, the struggle evaporates and is replaced by a powerful, flowing progress. What you will discover here is more than just advice. It is a new lens through which to see your entire life. It is about shifting your focus from chasing external rewards to building an internal framework that naturally attracts success. This is about building a life from the inside out. By the end of this, you will not have just a list of tips. You will have a new set of eyes. You will see your challenges, your relationships, your goals, and your daily habits differently. You will understand the underlying mechanics of why some people thrive while others struggle. And you will have the tools to permanently join the ranks of those who build meaningful, successful lives. The feeling of frustration ends now. The confusion ends here. You are about to learn the rules of the game, and once you know the rules, you can finally start to play and win. This new way of seeing the world, this new operating system, demands a new foundation. It requires you to build not on the shifting sand of mood or motivation, but on the unshakable bedrock of personal standards. This is the first and most critical principle. Your entire life, every result you see and every result you don't see, is a direct reflection of the standards you have decided to accept. Not the standards you preach, not the standards you wish for, but the standards you silently, consistently live by when absolutely no one is watching. This is where the real you resides. This is the truth of your character. Most people live in the realm of goals. They set a target and then they negotiate with themselves on the path to getting there. They say, I want to get fit, but then they negotiate the workout because they're tired. They say, I want to build a business, but then they negotiate the hard task because they're unsure. A goal is something you hope to achieve. A standard is something you do. It is non-negotiable. It is a line in the sand that you simply do not cross. It is the minimum requirement you have for yourself. It is the baseline of your self-respect. When you have a standard, the decision is made before the moment of choice ever arrives. You don't decide every morning whether or not you feel like upholding your integrity. You just do it. You don't debate whether you have the energy to do quality work. You simply deliver it. The power of this is extraordinary. It eliminates internal negotiation, which is the single greatest drain on your willpower. It conserves your mental energy for the tasks that truly matter, rather than wasting it on a daily civil war inside your own mind. Raising your standard is the ultimate act of self-ownership. It is you telling yourself and the universe that you value yourself too highly to accept mediocrity, that your time, your energy, and your potential are sacred. This isn't about being harsh with yourself. It's about the profound respect you owe to the person you are capable of becoming. Your standards become your identity. Every time you uphold a standard, you are casting a vote for that new identity. You are gathering evidence that you are the kind of person who does what they say they will do, the kind of person who shows up, the kind of person who can be trusted, especially by yourself. This evidence, stacked over time, forges an unbreakable confidence. It is a confidence not based on arrogance, but on the proven track record you have with yourself. You know with certainty that you can rely on you. This transforms your relationship with fear and uncertainty. You no longer need a guarantee of success to take action. Your action is guaranteed by your standard. You move forward not because you know you will succeed, but because not moving forward would violate the core identity you have built. This is how you build a life of authenticity and power. It starts with one question. What is one standard you need to raise in your life right now? What is one area where you have been accepting less than you know you are capable of? Is it in your physical health, your work ethic, your personal relationships, your continuous learning? Define it. Make it clear. Make it simple. And then, from this moment forward, make it non-negotiable. This is not about a massive overhaul. It is about one line, one boundary, one commitment that you will no longer cross. Protect it with ferocious loyalty. This single act will send a shockwave through every other area of your life. It will prove to you that you are in command, that you are the architect. This is the foundation. Everything else is built upon this rock. With that foundation of unshakable standards firmly in place, you now possess a powerful inner compass. But a compass is useless if you refuse to take a step. This brings us to the vital energy that brings it all to life, motion. Too many brilliant ideas die in the graveyard of planning. Too many dreams are suffocated by the need for perfect conditions. We become archaeologists of our own goals, carefully studying every angle, every potential problem, until the weight of our own analysis paralyzes us. We confuse thinking with doing. We believe that if we can just think through every possible outcome, we can eliminate risk. But this is an illusion. Life does not reward the perfect plan. It rewards the decisive action. The most successful people in the world are not those with flawless strategies. They are those with an unwavering bias for action. They understand a profound truth. Clarity does not come from thought alone. It comes from engagement. You cannot think your way to a clear path. You must act your way to one. Every step you take provides new information. Every move you make illuminates the next right step. Action creates feedback, and feedback is the fuel for intelligent adjustment. This is the flywheel of progress. A single step, no matter how small, sets it in motion. Waiting for perfect clarity is like waiting for all the traffic lights to turn green for 10 miles before you start your car. You will never leave your driveway. The world is not a spreadsheet to be perfectly modeled. It is a complex, dynamic system that can only be understood through interaction. Your goal is not to have all the answers before you begin. Your goal is to begin and to learn the answers as you go. This requires a fundamental shift in identity. You must stop seeing yourself as a planner and start seeing yourself as an experimenter. Your life is your laboratory. Every action is an experiment. There is no failure, only data. A result that isn't what you expected is not a defeat. It is the most valuable information you can receive. It tells you what doesn't work, which is an essential step toward discovering what does. This mindset liberates you from the fear of being wrong. It transforms the journey from a high-stakes performance into a curious, engaging exploration. The direction of your movement is infinitely more important than your speed. A slow, consistent step in the right direction will always outperform a frantic sprint in no direction at all. Momentum is not built by speed, it is built by consistency. It is the relentless application of effort, day after day, that compounds into undeniable results. Do not despise the small beginning. Do not underestimate the power of a single, focused action repeated over time. That is how mountains are moved, not with a single explosive effort, but with the constant, patient application of force. Your only job today is to take that first step, not the entire staircase, just the first step. What is the smallest, most undeniable action you can take right now that aligns with your new standards? Do that. Then do the next one. The path will reveal itself to those who are brave enough to start walking. This momentum you build, this powerful forward motion, is your most valuable asset. But it must be channeled. It must be focused. Energy without direction is merely noise. This is where the world gets it wrong. We are taught to chase outcomes, to focus on the trophy, the bank balance, the external validation. But this focus is misplaced. It puts the cart before the horse. It places your sense of worth and accomplishment in the hands of a future event that you cannot fully control. This creates anxiety, desperation, and a fragile sense of self. The true target of your focus is not the outcome. It is the value you create. The world does not pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you create. Shift your entire mindset from being outcome-oriented to being value-oriented. Your sole focus should be on becoming so good at what you do, on solving such a meaningful problem, on providing such immense value, that the world has no choice but to reward you for it. This is a profound liberation. When you focus on value, you are in complete control. You can control your effort. You can control your learning. You can control the quality of your work. You can control your attitude. These are your levers. The outcome, the recognition, the money, the success, is simply a byproduct. It is the echo of the value you put into the world. This shift changes everything. It transforms your work from a transaction into a contribution. It infuses your daily actions with purpose. You are no longer just working for a paycheck. You are honing a craft. You are solving a puzzle. You are making a difference. This intrinsic motivation is infinitely more powerful and sustainable than any external reward. It is the fuel that keeps you going when the rewards are delayed, which they often will be. Mastery is the goal. Excellence is the standard. Become obsessed with the quality of your work. Fall in love with the process of learning and improving. Ask yourself every single day, how can I become better? How can I serve more deeply? How can I solve this problem more effectively? This relentless pursuit of value is what sets apart the truly successful. They are not chasing success, they are chased by success because of the value they radiate. This focus also builds undeniable confidence. Your confidence will no longer be based on the fluctuating opinions of others or the unpredictable nature of results. Your confidence will be rooted in the unshakable knowledge of your own growing capability. You will know you are getting better. You will see the evidence in your own work. This creates a core of steel within you. You become immune to the noise of the world because your validation comes from within. It comes from knowing you are living up to your own standards of value and excellence. So, redirect your energy. Stop staring at the scoreboard and put everything you have into playing the game with excellence. Pour yourself into your work. Become a vessel for value. Make your primary question not, what can I get? But what can I give? The universe has a mathematical certainty to it. You cannot give true value without eventually receiving value in return. It is a law. Trust it. Live it. Let your focus on value be the compass that guides every action, every decision, every day. This is how you build a legacy. This is how you create a life that matters. This focus on creating value, on mastering your craft, does not happen in a vacuum. It is either amplified or diminished by your environment. You are a biological organism designed to adapt to your surroundings. Your mind is a sponge. constantly absorbing the attitudes, the energy, and the expectations of the people you surround yourself with. This is not a metaphor, this is a neurological fact. The people you allow into your inner circle literally shape your brain, your ambitions, and your destiny. You cannot overestimate this influence. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Their mindset becomes your mindset. Their standards become your standards. Their ceiling for what is possible often becomes your ceiling. This is the silent, invisible force that either propels you forward or holds you firmly in place. To ignore this is to sabotage your own progress. You must become the architect of your social environment. This is not about using people. It is about recognizing that your growth is your highest responsibility, and you must create an ecosystem that supports that growth. You must conduct an honest audit of your influences. Who are you giving permission to speak into your life? Who drains your energy with chronic negativity and complaint? Who celebrates your ambition and who subtly undermines it? You must be ruthless in protecting your mental space. This is not selfishness. It is strategic self-preservation. Distance yourself from emotional vampires who see your light and try to dim it, so they can feel more comfortable in their own darkness. You do not need to announce your departure. You simply need to outgrow them. Your growth will make some people uncomfortable. Let it. Their comfort is not your responsibility. Your potential is. Simultaneously, you must actively seek out those who are ahead of you. Those who see a bigger world, those whose standards challenge your own. Surround yourself with people who intimidate you a little, whose success makes you lean in and ask, "How did you do that?" This is not about networking for personal gain. It is about finding mentors, peers, and friends who force you to level up. Their belief in what is possible will become your belief. Their discipline will inspire your discipline. Your environment must be a greenhouse for your potential, not a cage that confines it. This extends beyond people to the information you consume, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the media you ingest. This is all part of your environment. Fill your mind with ideas that stretch you, that challenge your limitations, that pour fuel on your ambitions. Create a world around you that constantly whispers of possibility, of growth, of excellence. This carefully constructed environment will do half the work for you. It will pull you toward your best self. It will make success feel not like a struggle, but like the most natural thing in the world. You are building a tribe of builders, of thinkers, of achievers. And in that tribe, you will find not just the motivation to become better, but the unwavering belief that you already are. Within this carefully constructed environment, with your standards set and your focus on value, you will inevitably encounter pressure, difficulty, setbacks. This is not a sign that you are off course. It is the terrain of meaningful achievement. The common instinct is to see challenge as a signal to retreat, to seek comfort, to return to what is easy and familiar. This instinct must be rewired. The goal is not to avoid pressure. The goal is to become the kind of person that pressure cannot break. The goal is to become antifragile. Antifragility is a profound concept. It is beyond resilience. A resilient person withstands a shock and returns to their original state. An antifragile person is made stronger by the shock. They use the pressure, the difficulty, the failure as fuel. They grow from it. Their capacity expands because of it. This is how you transform your relationship with adversity. You stop seeing it as an obstacle to your success and start recognizing it as the essential training ground for it. Every challenge is a weight that, when lifted, makes you stronger. Every failure is data that makes you wiser. Every rejection is a redirection to something more aligned with your purpose. Your comfort zone is not a safe space. It is a stagnation zone. It is where dreams go to die a slow, quiet death. True growth exists only in the space just beyond your current capabilities, in that place of slight uncertainty and discomfort. This is where you build strength. This is where you build character. This is where you forge an identity that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Embrace the grind, fall in love with the process of overcoming. When you face a difficult task, do not shrink from it. Lean into it. Understand that the mental resistance you feel is not a wall. It is a muscle waiting to be used. Each time you push through that resistance, you are not just completing a task. You are building a stronger mind. You are proving to yourself on a neurological level that you are capable of more than you thought. This creates a powerful feedback loop of confidence. You begin to welcome challenges because you know that on the other side of them is a stronger, more capable version of yourself. This is how you build a life of true freedom. Not a freedom from problems, but the freedom that comes from knowing that no problem can break you. That you have within you the capacity to handle anything life throws your way. This unshakable inner confidence is the greatest reward of an antifragile mindset. It is the quiet knowledge that you are built for this, that you are not a delicate vase that must be protected from the world, but a tempered blade that is sharpened by use. So seek out pressure, volunteer for the difficult project, have the hard conversation, start the thing that scares you, do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. For it is in that difficulty that you will find your true power. It is in the fire that you are forged.